Today we're going to talk about how things have been going for our third term of our homeschool.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
Hi, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, hey girl, hey, or welcome back. So, if you're new here, I'm a homeschool mom. I have 5 children. I am a stay-at-home mom. I also am a seminary student. And so what we like to do around these parts is give just a little homeschool update and life update. So I'll start with the twins. They turned 2. And that's been pretty fun seeing them kind of come into their own. And as they are learning how to speak and be good citizens in our home community, I guess that's what we can call it. It's just been fun seeing them interact and seeing them play with each other. As for, my children are now, they are 2, 4, 6, and 9. 2, 4, 6, 9. And so then my 4-year-old, he's been working on Teach Your Child to Read in 100 Easy Lessons. We haven't been doing anything with math, but he knows his numbers, colors, and shapes already. And so I feel like that's okay for me to just really focus on him with reading. We haven't made too much progress. Maybe we've done like 1 or 2 lessons. Like this term, I haven't done really much of anything with him. And so because of that lack of consistency, I feel like when we're picking it up only once a week, there's gonna be no progress because he isn't doing it enough to remember. And so we are still on, I think we're on lesson 13, so we didn't get far. I think maybe the last update we were on lesson 10. And so that's how he's going. He also has been falling off of his naps. And the reason I know that is because when it's time for him to go to bed at 8:30, it's hard for him to go to sleep. And so just last week while we were on our break, I decided to not make him take a nap. But if he was just super whiny or he seemed tired, I'd make him lay down for a little bit. But so far it's been about once or twice a week that he's been really taking a nap. With my 6-year-old, he is making progress in Teach Your Child to Read. He's making progress from phonics to reading in the yellow book. He's also making progress in his math, which we're using Apologia's math. He's actually really loving that. And then we paused it. He's on subtraction up to 20. And so we paused before we even started that chapter, and we went to addition, facts, that stick. And I think we're on week 3 of that, but we're going to pause that and go back to the subtraction. So I feel like we could just do every other chapter. That way we're making progress in both of them. Oh, so something that we did, I purchased a Poppet, and I feel as though it's helping him recognize, okay, I said this sound, said this sound, said this sound, and now I'm moving on to what do these 3 sounds make. That's been helpful because he knows his sounds, but he wasn't necessarily okay, let's say if the word was run, he would go ner or he knew the 3 letters, but he wasn't connecting that they have an order. So as soon as we started doing the Poppet thing, we've been running through his reading quickly. And so the level K, all it is 3 sounds. When you and some of the challenge words are 4 sounds, but when he gets to the red book level A, then it will be 4 sounds. So I guess I'll have to buy a bigger Poppet. But the Poppet that he currently has is 3. It's 9, 3, 3, and 3. So he'll just do the sound 3 times and then tell me what the word is. And that's been really helpful with his blending. So if you have a child that's struggling with blending, something like that could be helpful. And he's my kinesthetic learner. Also, something that my daughter, my 9-year-old, she did go to public school for a year and a half, but kindergarten year doesn't really count because it was COVID, so she was home, and then she went to like actual in the building for half a year in first grade. And something that her teacher taught her was like, let's say the word was run, we'd go run and then put them together to make a, I don't know what the animal was, llama. Is that like a llama? Yeah, llama. So she when she was in public school, she was struggling, but she would do the sounds, and then she'd go llama, and they put them together, and that really wasn't helping my son, and honestly, it really wasn't helping my daughter that much. But towards the end that she was there, she was starting to connect the llama part, so that's kind of helpful too, like run, llama, and then you say the sounds that it made. But that's just a tip for you. My daughter, she's making great progress with from phonics to reading level B, the blue book. I think she's about halfway through. Her language arts were doing great. If you missed my other update, I actually have a friend who is a language arts, or was a language arts teacher. Now she's a homeschool mom like me. I was a math teacher, but she was just saying that the topics don't change. It's just the reading level that changes. So I opted to focus. Let me see if I have one of the books. So yeah, we're using this for language arts. It's 6 units, 6 weeks of lessons. Oh, is it upside down? Oh, no, it's not. Okay, so it's 6 weeks of lessons or themes. Each theme is 6 weeks, approximately. So what I opted to do was, because I like this writing method, how it teaches the child to pre-write, then write, then edit, like that whole writer's process. We haven't done a lot of writing in that manner. And so what I opted to do was to just focus on the first 2 units. And then, so that gives us like really 12 weeks. But so she's reading her own books. She's reading the passages in here. And then what takes us the longest is the writing, which I'm okay with because she never was fully taught how to write, how to conceptualize her writing. And so we're spending our time with that. And then the next year we'll just focus on the next 2 units. I hope that makes sense. So basically she's not missing out on anything. And if we get past the 2 units, that'll be fine. I'll just go. Actually, my hope is to really get to 3. But if we get to 2, I'm not really going to stress, because if I can get her writing a sentence well, writing a paragraph well, writing an opinion piece well, then, all the other stuff will come. Like her being able to write an essay, her being able to write, well, I think this one does like a letter and a poem also. So it's just different forms of writing. And so I've really been liking that. When your child is given a set of spelling words, and the focus is on those spelling words in their grammar, in their writing, and also in their spelling, and with their reading, they are better prepared, or they're more able to remember what they're actually, how to spell the words. And so I found it very helpful with her spelling, which has also been helpful with her writing, because spelling isn't a stumbling block for her. I really hope that makes sense. Maybe I should make another video about that. But the approach that this curriculum has is very helpful to my daughter when it comes to her remembering how to spell. And so I'm excited for my other children to use this curriculum. When it comes to her math, it's been going great. She has started multiplication. Multiplication facts 2, 5, 10, 3, and 6, I think. But she's rolling right along. She understands. She's conceptualizing it, which is super helpful, because when you go on to upper levels of math, if they don't have the concept of it, if they can't conceptualize it, if they can't see it, imagine it, and apply it, then it's a wash. So I feel as though Apologia, thumbs up with that. When it comes to history, so term 3 was our history term. We didn't do anything. But I do feel as though since it's colder, it's going to be colder in our term 4, which is going to be our science term. We are going to be more successful with that because we'll be in the house more. When it comes to Bible, we haven't really been doing a specific curriculum. We have one more story left in our children's Bible. And then I actually ended up purchasing this, which is just the Bible Made Easy for Kids. And I like this because it breaks it down to like, what's the gist. So like day 1, God creates the universe. What instructions? And I also like how it's has pictures, because I do have some children that will want to color, and I bought each one of them these. I think they were like, I think they were $6.50 on Amazon, but they also are on sale at Walmart for like $9.50. So I'll put the link in the comments, but I just thought that this was a good way to go through the Bible, a different style. And I think there's questions. Let me see. No, there's no questions, but it gives like just things that things that are good to remember. Yeah, no questions, but that's helpful. And then they can also just draw. So I just got all of them, even the twins, because they can color it and destroy it and it won't matter. Okay, so then I think that's it. When it comes to me, like, life is going great. I have one more week of classes and then we start finals, which is just papers, and so we'll see how that goes. But I'm just excited. I'm really liking New Testament. Theology has challenged me and opened my mind up to different ways to speak about God, and just different ways, different entry points to help people when it comes to their faith. So God has been dealing with me on how to treat people, and this could be a trigger word, but God has just been dealing with me saying that I should treat everyone as if they were the president. Now, depending on who you want it to be the president, that changes. But basically, God is saying that you don't just treat people any old kind of way. You treat them as if, you treat them with love. You serve them, right? And so that's how I interpreted it. Not necessarily like treat them like Kamala or treat them like Trump. It just means like treat them to serve them. Treat them in a way that you would want to be treated. Don't judge. And also, welcome them, right? Like if the president came to your door, the president that you voted for, that you would like, came to your door, how would you treat them? Would you shut the door in their face, or would you receive them well? And so that's just kind of like what I've been working with the Lord on right now, is just receiving people well. And so with that being said, I know this is short, but I need to go downstairs and get started with homeschool. So that's all I have for you today. If God is working on you with something in your life, please leave it in the comments. Let me know how I can pray for you. If he is moving in your life, let us know that as well. We can start like a faith chain, and y'all know when faith rises, so does the Lord. And so if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Think about subscribing to my channel. Don't forget to drink your water, repent, and God loves you. Bye.